All right, welcome to Toys and Tech, where we give you the hottest tech that you like. Jack makes fun of me all day around here.
You got it backwards.
Toys and Tech.
Toys and Tech.
Toys and Tech or Tech and Toys. Toys and Tech or Tech and Toys. All right, then.
Game begin. Game over.
All right, welcome to this week's episode of Tech and Toys. We've got a fun, brand new-ish thing to go over. We've got the new Nintendo Switch OLED. We're gonna do our normal thing, take a look at it, go over the specs, play around with it a little bit. All this is thanks to my younger brother, who was fortunate enough to be able to grab one at the open of a Best Buy, and they almost immediately sold out right after he got his. So we got this today. We're gonna do a review on it. I have the Nintendo Switch and the Switch Lite, so I'm pretty dang curious to see if it was worth spending the $400 I spent on my Switch at the scalper prices, because you still can't get them.
Ooh. I have a feeling these are going to be highly scalped, and if you want one of these, and you think you might want, or you think your kids are going to want one, you will need to go get it now, because like we talked about earlier today, the supply chain in the world is only going to get worse going towards Christmas.
Oh, I didn't even think about Christmas.
They're saying do your Christmas shopping now.
Black Friday in October, let's go.
No, seriously, Best Buy is having their Black Friday event starting October 19th to October 22nd.
I used to work there. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. All right, so we'll dig into it. Quick little specs off the top. You can get the Nintendo Switch OLED for $350 at your normal retailers, Best Buy, Newegg, Amazon, Walmart, all those guys. The main changes are it has a 7-inch OLED display instead of the 6-inch LCD display it had originally. The overall screen size and body of it is a touch bigger, weighs a little bit more, same battery life as the original Nintendo Switch, so 4.5 to 9 hours depending on how you play, what games you play, how much you play them. The base storage is doubled from the original, so you get 64 gigs of memory out of the gates and more space for games.
Is it 1080 yet?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Nintendo did us dirty. They gave us an OLED screen.
In a 4K world, Jack, and we're 720.
Nintendo's the plebs.
Nintendo. One day they'll make it.
One day they'll get there. Maybe they'll charge $400 for that one though. So I can live with the 720p screen, especially because they have done an overhaul on the dock big time.
What's new with the dock?
It's a lot easier to slip the Switch in and out of. There were issues with like the original Nintendo Switches where you could scratch the screen on the dock.
They've resolved those.
Oh yeah, they've resolved the issues with that. They also, on the back side, made it so you can just pop the back panel off rather than the flap they had originally. What's different between this one and the original is this one only has a USB-C port for the AC adapter. You have the HDMI, and then something new is you have an Ethernet port on there.
Wow.
Even though Nintendo Switch's servers aren't the best in the world, having that Ethernet port is going to go a long way for playing online as they keep fleshing out their online services.
Wired gaming, always better.
So much better. Those are kind of the main key differences between the two. If you're going from the Switch Lite to the Switch OLED, which most people probably will, it's going to be a huge upgrade for you, both in screen resolution, or not resolution, but in screen quality and battery life. That's going to be a big thing for you, but it is going to come at almost twice the price. The screen looks phenomenal.
Can I go to YouTube?
Yeah, you can go to YouTube. Are we gonna watch ourselves?
Wow. Inception.
Tech and Toys inside of. 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 For 720, display quality is very crisp and clear. The colors are phenomenal. Let's see here. We got Stardew Valley. So if you haven't played that game, it's a very relaxing and cathartic game to play. It's not violent.
No violence.
No violence. In 2021, everything has to have violence.
Can you believe that?
I don't have my original Switch on me, so it's a little bit, it might be a little difficult to see because we're also being lazy and not using a capture card. But overall, the colors are a lot more vivid. From what I'm seeing, I've played Stardew Valley on the regular Nintendo Switch, the Switch Lite, and now played it a little on the OLED version, and the colors are phenomenal, which is the great thing about the OLED displays. They're brighter and just colors show through a lot better. You get brighter brights, darker darks, everything else in between looks really solid. But the one good thing about Switches, and this is a phenomenal buying point, it's just that sound you get when you click a controller in, just the...
It's the sound.
It's the sound. The sound does it for me. This is another really good feature that is a huge upgrade from the old Switch to the new one. We actually have a full kickstand
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Who would have thought that Nintendo would have gone back and realized we messed up? So the old one used to have a little like kickstand that was this big, so when you set it down to play it, like it was very wobbly, so you could move the table and your Switch would fall over because you're working with something that's literally the size of your thumb. So now that we've got the full kickstand, it just sits so much prettier, and now you don't have to worry about it. But the other good thing, it goes all the way down.
Could you use these on, or could you use the old ones on the new one?
Correct, yeah. So all the Joy-Cons are still the same. If I could be wrong, but they should be the same technology that was in the original ones. You can go buy new Joy-Cons if you like the white ones that are new, or you want to stick with the classic black, the red and blue? Yeah, the red and blue.
Comment section's coming for you if you're wrong.
Am I wrong? I'm usually wrong.
I don't think he's wrong.
No, but they work with any Switch. You'll be able to connect them. Same with the Pro controller. So if you've got one of those and want to kick some ass and smash, controllers still work. So really overall, like the inside of the Switch, the guts are the same. You're still running with the same Tegra X1 chipset with 4 gigs of RAM and the micro SD card slot for more storage if you need it, which you're probably going to need it at some point. My Switch is running on 32 gigs of storage, and I have to delete games to make space for more because I'm a lazy human being and don't want to spend money on an SD card.
Will that Ethernet port connection work for game downloads?
Yes. So it's just going to take over your normal Wi-Fi connection when it's in the docked mode. And one thing that I was made aware of that I never really noticed is whenever you put your Switch in docked mode, it actually overclocks the processor slightly so games perform better when it's on the dock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when you're connected to the TV on the dock, you're gonna have a better time with the gaming, but virtually it's about the same experience. But again, just the portability of being able to pop this off, unplug everything and take it with you, that's a big win in my book. All right, so overall, I think the Switch OLED is pretty decent. I'm not gonna give it a thumbs up, I'm not gonna give it a thumbs down, because it is a new console, and even though it's an extra $50 for just an OLED screen, I feel like Nintendo probably could have added some more features to it, other than just the screen and the speakers, the new dock.
It is only $50 extra, though.
It is only $50 extra, but we're also looking at supply shortages, so chances are you'll be able to get the original Nintendo Switch or the Switch Lite a lot easier than the OLED. So I mean, coming in at $200 for the Switch Lite, $300 for the Switch, or $350 for the Switch OLED, you're probably going to have an easier time grabbing the older ones.
This is true.
So,
like I said, if you want it, it's definitely going to be sold out during Christmas time. If you want it, you need to start looking for it now.
Yeah, so that pretty much covers everything we got for the Switch OLED this time. We might come back here eventually and take another peek at it, but overall, it's not a bad console. I like the bigger screen, I like the better speakers, the enhanced dock is also nice, but if you're just in the market for something you can get your hands on, realistically, like today, you're gonna be better off going with the original Switch or the Switch Lite. So as always, if there's anything you want us to cover, talk about, review, let us know in the comments. We're gonna be doing these every Sunday for as long as we can keep this going. And so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you wanna see, tell your friends about us, tell your dog, tell your cat. We appreciate it.
Thanks. See ya.